Man, super helpful. And I'm not afraid to go ask somebody that I know or respect, their opinion on, hey, I got this thing I want to try to do. This is where I need to go. This is my idea, but I'm not sure this actually works. Right? Getting some like helpful tips of like, a different perspective or something. These are the people I can ask and like, hey, I need a different perspective on this, or I could get a good answer for something that works. And that's how, that's what a vet should be able to help me do. Not because you've been in the game 20 years and shit, that doesn't make you a vet and you fucking still suck, if you're not actually helping anybody out, doing anything good for your life or anybody else around you, doesn't make you a vet. But, that's neither here nor there. It's just those people that, if you can go over there and ask, and I don't know if some people do ask me, but like, some people are just like terrified to even talk to me, period. So, I have a different perspective on how I see things that I feel is a little bit unique to, getting a story across and trying to make shit work without just like having to get your shit in, which is a lot of the case for some people. You want to be able to tell a good story, but you want to do this cool move. How do we get to this cool move by telling this story a proper way, right? So like, that's one of those things that, everybody I feel like has a different perspective on, and, there are good minds that you can just ask and get good advice from without having to be like, hey man, can I spend an hour with you and just like pick your brain for a little bit? Or like, hey, can you just watch the match real quick? Watch my match, understand like where some hiccups and stuff were, but they just don't ask, which is, it's no big deal for not asking, but if you want to get better and go to the next level, then you probably want to get a different perspective on how you can move, how you can get better, especially with people who've been on fucking TV. People who've been on TV, been to a bigger company, somewhere that you haven't been, you probably should ask.
Yeah, facts. Now, if people have never seen you wrestle before, what 3 matches would you recommend for them to watch?
Man, I have a whole playlist full of my matches that are posted and stuff like that. A big one would probably be me versus T-Ray. And I have really good matches a lot. Just because I put a lot of time and effort in a lot of stuff. So probably the 3 that I sent out recently were me and T-Ray, me versus BK, and me versus this kid named Kyrie Adams that did Laredo. Those 3 matches, you get to see my character work in and of itself in slight variations, but, pretty good throughout the whole match, the whole deal, my strength, everything that you can kind of gather, you can see in all 3 of those matches.
Love it. Now, I have a segment on the show I call it the 5 count. It's just 5 random questions. Just answer as quick as possible.
Okay.
What would your last meal be?
Pizza.
What do you put on your pizza?
It'd be like probably a Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, very nice. If you owned a liquor company, brewery, winery, or coffee shop, which one would you own and what would the name be?
The only thing I can think of right now is tequila. I don't really particularly care for beer. Tequila would be my go-to vibe there. And it would have some kind of like suave-ass Spanish thing to it, so something to that effect.
Nice. What are 3 things people would not expect about you?
I write poetry, I draw, and I sometimes do charity work.
That's awesome. Who or what inspires you?
My son. Yeah, we're gonna go with kids.
Awesome. And what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Man, I'd probably tell him skip college, go get in the gym, and then go find something else to do.
There you go. Now, if people want to find out more about you, follow you online, see you live, buy your merch, how can they do all the things?
Instagram is a big one. World Record Savage on Instagram. You can hit my link tree. You can find all the ins and outs, like the merch, all that stuff you can buy off of right in there. And I post all my majority of things on Instagram. We can follow me on Facebook, and facebook.com/BrickSavage7. And then, you get the ins and outs of the whole deal. If you want some funny stuff to follow and just like me talking a lot of shit, follow me on Twitter. That's BrickSavage7 on Twitter, and that's where I talk all my shit. Sometimes I'm nice, sometimes I'm not. That's the main ones you can find me on.
I think that's what that whole app is just made for, really.
Yeah. So trying to utilize those three different types of apps and the ways that they're used, and that's the way I use my Twitter, for sure.
Wow. Well, Brick Savage, thank you so much for your time, and I was lucky enough to see you at the Revolver show here in the DFW area, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much to Brick Savage for being on the show. What a fun conversation, and I look forward to seeing that guy do even more and bigger things here in the Metroplex. So, thank you again to him, and make sure to sign up for our newsletter. It comes out twice a week. You get even more information about our guests, you get fun facts, and you get to find out what's happening with your favorite podcast, all about beer, coffee, booze, and Brewsers. Speaking of finding out what's happening with us, make sure to follow us on social media. It is BREWSCRSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, and the Twitter. And if you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped, in case you want to find out what I'm drinking. Maybe we can have a beer together. If you want to follow me on Instagram or the Threads, it is official Rody John. And if you want to send me an email, it is rodyjohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.